Gable, where the fuck? Gable, bring your scary ass from up over there. Man, who the fuck are you?
Marv, congratulations on the run. You go low, I go high.
No, Jeff!
That was my bullet. Oh, that's my... Raven. Baseball!
What the hell is going on?
Not good, Marv.
Appetite? Fuck yeah. Feather on, motherfucker.
Hey guys, today we're diving into the action-packed, emotionally charged, and frankly a bit painful world of Love Hurts 2025. It's the kind of movie that makes you question your life choices and maybe, just maybe, how you pick your partners. We've got ex-operatives, quantum devices, and enough explosions to make Michael Bay blush. Get ready for a wild ride through a narrative where every punch lands with emotional weight and every I love you comes with a side of betrayal. If you like this sneak peek, hit the like button and subscribe. It's the best way to support the channel, and let me know you want more.
Never forget, dear brother. With me now.
With you? Again. Tell Knuckles I don't know where she is.
Motherfucking Valentine's Day. Looks like Gable. That's King and I'm older. Guy, huh? Fun. Just a little bit too much in a way. Okay? It's Rose.
I don't know.
I'm tripping. Fuck, I thought we could share. Oh, I got it. Get your ass. Hold on, your turn. Get him out. Come here. Watch this. Okay. Hey!
Could have been your head. Tell my brother to back.
What? That's really stuck.
Your hands.
Rose? Corey,
No, I saw you in the...
Hey, babe, it's just in case, aloof will be better, and I miss you. That was lame.
Imagine the party's...
Well... Let's discuss this later. Marvin Gable, where the fuck? Baby, bring your scary ass from up over there. Man, who the fuck are you?
Marv, congratulations on the... You go low, I go high.
No, Jeff!
That was my bullet.
Oh, that's
Raven. Baseball!
What the hell is going on?
not good, Marv.
Appetite? Fuck yeah.
These guys out of here as soon as I can.
Feather on, motherfucker.
Here, and don't come out until I come get you. Okay? He's a bad man.
Who told me? And it's him.
Merlot?
Valentine. Shut the fuck up! So what was the plan?
She's got access to all the accounts.
Welcome home, Marv. You're a mess.
I need you, Marv. The everything.
Cut him down. Everyone! Never forget, dear brother, do you lose today? I'm your brother. With me now.
With you? Again.
Delivered one last with a small gift belonging to our favorite Kiwis. Years.
Hasta Rovia.
My finder. Fly.
Please, don't let Rose...
It, Marv. Now, go back to the light to tell me. Make me believe it.
It's like I...
Our story kicks off in a place you'd least expect for an action flick, a quaint, sun-drenched bakery. Here, we meet Alex Vance, looking remarkably calm for someone who's probably seen a thing or two. They're expertly kneading dough, the rhythmic thud of fists against flour creating a surprisingly tranquil soundtrack. But, as we all know, peace is just a loading screen for impending chaos in these movies. Suddenly, the soothing scent of fresh bread is replaced by the crash of glass, as masked figures, looking less like Yelp reviewers and more like professional bad news delivery specialists, smash their way in. The scene explodes into a flurry of motion. Oven mitts are traded for elbow strikes, and the soft thud of dough is replaced by the sharper crack of bone. Alex, our mild-mannered baker, quickly shifts gears, moving with a fluid brutality that suggests their past involved more than just perfectly proofed sourdough. The assailants, clearly underestimating the culinary combatant, find themselves on the receiving end of some surprisingly effective pastry-themed martial arts. You know, just another Tuesday for an ex-super spy. With the attackers incapacitated, let's just say they won't be asking for extra sprinkles anytime soon. Alex surveys the wreckage. The bakery, once a haven of sugary delights, now looks like a particularly aggressive food fight broke out. The air is thick with the scent of burnt sugar and, well, recently used stun gas. Amidst the splintered wood and shattered dreams of future croissants, Alex's sharp eyes catch a glint. It's a small silver locket, unmistakably familiar, half buried in a pile of flour. The tactile sensation of the cool metal against their skin is enough to send a chill down Alex's spine, not from the cold, but from the sudden, icy grip of memory. This isn't just a random attack. It's a message, a cruel whisper from a past Alex desperately tried to bury under layers of flour and sugar. The locket isn't just an object. It's a key, unlocking a door to a history they thought was permanently locked away. And the name that springs to mind, sharp as a knife edge? Cale. The one person Alex never thought they'd hear from again, especially not like this. Talk about a dramatic reunion notice. The discovery of Cale's locket triggers a stark, vivid flashback. We're thrown into a past life, a rain-slicked training yard, where younger Alex and Cale spar with a ferocity that's both brutal and beautiful. The thwack of practice weapons hitting protective gear, the grunt of effort, the splash of rain on their faces. It's also raw and real. They move with an almost supernatural synchronicity, each anticipating the other's moves, a dance of danger where every parry and lunge is perfectly timed. You can practically hear the sizzle of their undeniable chemistry, both in combat and, well, beyond. This wasn't just a professional partnership. It was a bond forged in fire, sweat, and perhaps a few shared late-night training snacks. The way their eyes meet after a particularly demanding sequence, a silent understanding passing between them, speaks volumes about the depth of their connection. It's clear that Cale wasn't just a colleague. They were everything. The contrast between this shared past and the recent, violent present makes the betrayal feel like a gut punch, echoing through the silence of Alex's current, ruined bakery. Driven by the attack and the ghost of Cale, Alex retreats to a forgotten safe house, a relic from their previous life. The space is sparse, functional, smelling faintly of stale air and old electronics. Here, surrounded by dusty files and ancient tech, Alex begins to pull at old threads. The scene is a masterclass in analog espionage. No fancy algorithms, just Alex meticulously pinning surveillance photos onto a corkboard, connecting them with red string, a classic detective trope that still hits different. Each thumbtack is placed with grim determination, each string a silent question leading to a potential answer. The quiet hum of an old server is the only sound as Alex sifts through fragmented data, trying to piece together Cale's movements, their allegiances, and why they've resurfaced with such destructive force. It's a race against time, not just to find Cale, but to understand the twisted game they're now forced to play. Alex's fingers fly over keyboards, the click-clack echoing the racing thoughts in their head. The stakes are clear. Find Cale, or lose everything. Again, Alex's investigations lead them to a sleek, brutalist facility, all cold concrete and reinforced steel, practically screaming supervillain lair. Infiltrating it is a symphony of stealth and silent takedowns, the barely audible rustle of movement, the soft thud of a guard hitting the floor, the click of a lockpick. Alex moves like a ghost, a ballet of shadows and suppressed aggression. Finally, after navigating a maze of corridors and laser grids, they find Cale. The air in the room practically crackles with unresolved tension. The reunion is anything but heartwarming. Cale is cold, calculating, their eyes betraying none of the warmth Alex remembers. The scene crescendos with a brutal, terse exchange, Cale's voice a low, chilling whisper that delivers a punch to the gut. They reveal their alliance with the Syndicate, a shadowy organization, making it clear that their past is just that, past. Cale's words are like a physical blow, each one echoing in the heavy silence, confirming the betrayal Alex feared. It's a devastating moment, the metallic clang of fate sealing their new adversarial roles. The moment Cale slips away, the facility's alarms blare, a harsh, guttural wail that slices through the air. What follows is a vehicular ballet of destruction, a high-octane car chase that makes rush hour look like a gentle stroll. Alex, now behind the wheel of a rather unassuming yet surprisingly resilient sedan, pursues Cale through a concrete jungle of flashing lights and screaming sirens. The screech of tires against asphalt, the crunch of metal on metal as cars are ruthlessly shunted aside, the distant boom of exploding obstacles. It's a symphony of chaos. Alex drives with a desperate intensity, every swerve and acceleration fueled by a cocktail of anger and heartbreak. Cale's driving is equally precise and ruthless, clearly intent on shaking Alex, or worse. The scene is a relentless assault on the senses, with narrow escapes, death-defying jumps, and the constant threat of a fiery demise. Just when Alex thinks they have Cale cornered, Cale's vehicle executes an impossible maneuver, disappearing into the labyrinthine city streets, leaving Alex literally in the dust, and a little bit more heartbroken. And probably needing a new car, which is just adding insult to injury. After the exhilarating but ultimately fruitless chase, Alex seeks out Elias, an old mentor who looks like he's seen too many Black Ops sunsets. They meet in a secluded, dimly lit study, smelling of old books and unspoken secrets. Elias, with a face carved from years of grim experience, doesn't mince words. He lays out the stark reality of the Syndicate, Cale's new employer. He projects a holographic map, illuminating ominous red tendrils spreading across continents. The soft whir of the projector and Elias's gravelly voice fill the silence as he describes the Syndicate's insidious plan. A global data heist, using a quantum device capable of rewriting the world's financial and governmental systems. It's basically digital Armageddon with a fancy tech wrapper. Elias's warning hits hard, his words like cold steel. The mission isn't just about Cale anymore. It's about preventing a worldwide catastrophe. The weight of the world, quite literally, falls onto Alex's shoulders. The stakes have just been raised higher than a giraffe on a ladder. And Alex is going to need more than just baking soda to fix this mess. Realizing this isn't a solo mission, unless Alex suddenly develops superpowers like cloning and infinite ammo, they grudgingly accepts the need for a team. Enter the ragtag crew. Cypher, a tech wizard whose fingers dance across keyboards like a furious spider, the rapid click-clack of keys a constant companion. Boomer, a demolitions expert who probably considers subtle a four-letter word and loves the whump of a perfectly placed explosive. And Shadow, a sharpshooter whose silence is only broken by the soft snick of a sniper rifle being assembled. Alex recruits them one by one. Each encounter a brief, terse exchange. The setting for their assembly is a gritty underground lair, smelling faintly of ozone and stale coffee. There's a palpable tension, a mix of grudging respect and lingering resentment from past missions. But the gravity of the Syndicate's threat forces them to put aside old grievances. The tactile sensation of cold metal on their gear, the subtle clink of their weapons, underlines the seriousness of their predicament. It's like a dysfunctional family reunion, but with more grenades. Back in the lair, the team converges around a holographic tactical display, a glowing blue blueprint of the Syndicate's main data center. It's a fortress, a digital bastion surrounded by enough security to make Fort Knox look like a garden shed. The soft hum of the projector fills the room as Alex points to a vulnerable entry point, a tiny, almost invisible flaw in the otherwise impenetrable defense grid. Cypher's fingers fly across a sleek interface, typing commands that bring up schematics and sensor readings. Boomer traces routes, mumbling about optimal blast radius with a gleam in their eye. Shadow remains stoic, cleaning a rifle with the quiet click of precision. The air is thick with anticipation and the scent of strategy. Alex outlines the plan, a meticulous dance of stealth, hacking, and precision strikes. Every detail is scrutinized, every potential snag anticipated. The whoosh of air as a holographic wall is moved, the thud of a fist on the table to emphasize a point. It's a symphony of preparation. They're going in, and they're going in hard, because apparently subtlety is for other movies. Under the cloak of a moonless night, the team initiates their infiltration. The whoosh of grappling hooks soaring upwards, the soft creak of tension as ropes bear weight, and the silent descent of Shadow, rappelling down a sheer concrete wall, are the only sounds. Shadow moves like liquid, landing silently behind two unsuspecting guards, their thump against the ground barely registering before they're expertly incapacitated. No loud bangs, no dramatic explosions yet, just the methodical efficiency of trained professionals. Alex, meanwhile, disables the external security cameras, the faint click of the circuit board barely audible. Cypher, tucked away in a remote van, feeds them real-time data, their rapid-fire commands a constant buzz in Alex's earpiece. Boomer primes their charges, the soft hiss of activation adding to the tension, the tactile sensation of rough concrete and cold metal as they move through the shadows, avoiding infrared sensors and laser grids adds to the almost unbearable suspense. It's a masterclass in silent entry, proving that sometimes less boom is more impact. Once inside, the real game begins. The facility's interior is a digital labyrinth, a gleaming maze of server racks and pulsing data streams, all humming with an almost sinister energy. Alex moves through the physical space, a whisper of motion in the dimly lit corridors, while Cypher remotely navigates the digital one. The frantic click-clack of Cypher's keyboard from their remote location is a constant soundtrack as they battle firewalls and bypass motion sensors. Their voice a steady stream of commands in Alex's ear. Alex ducks under laser grids, their movements as fluid as water, the whoosh of air as they narrowly avoid detection. The rhythmic thrum of the servers creates a bass line to their high-stakes dance. Suddenly, an alarm blares, a harsh, grating bewong that sends a jolt through the team. Syndicate guards, alerted by a tripped sensor, begin to swarm. The thud of heavy boots against the metal floor grows louder. The stealth mission just went loud, and Alex is about to get a crash course in unplanned direct engagement. Guess someone left the door open for trouble, eh? The blaring alarms signal the shift from stealth to full-blown assault. Alex finds themselves cornered in a narrow server room, the air thick with the hum of electronics and the rising tension. The space becomes a brutal arena, the metallic clang of fists connecting with metal racks, the muffled thud of bodies slamming into servers, and the sharp crack of bones echoing through the confined space. Alex fights with a desperate ferocity, using the environment to their advantage. Server rack doors become makeshift shields, cables become tripwires, and the sheer weight of a server becomes a weapon. Each punch is delivered with a visceral impact, each dodge a testament to years of training. The guards, numerous and well-trained, attack in waves, their grunts of effort and pain mixing with Alex's own strained breaths. The scene is a whirlwind of kinetic energy, a symphony of violence where every movement is precise, deadly. The whump of a guard being thrown against a wall, the zing of a stray bullet ricocheting off a metal panel. It's a chaotic ballet, and Alex is dancing for their life. It's enough to make you miss the quiet solitude of baking. Let me tell you, just as Alex clears the server room, leaving a trail of unconscious and probably very confused guards, a chilling realization washes over them. The path was too easy. The silence, after the cacophony, is deafening. A subtle click from above, a shadow moving, and then Kale steps out from the darkness, a faint, almost imperceptible smirk playing on their lips. The air instantly drops a few degrees. Kale's presence isn't just a physical threat. It's a cold, calculated betrayal that stings more than any punch. Suddenly, hidden panels slide open, revealing more syndicate operatives, weapons raised, their laser sights painting ominous red dots on Alex's chest. Alex is surrounded, caught in a trap meticulously laid by the one person they thought knew their every move. The snick of safeties being disengaged, the soft whir of energy weapons powering up. It's a terrifying soundtrack. Kale's eyes, once so warm, are now as cold and hard as polished steel, confirming the trap wasn't just physical, it was deeply personal. This is a game, and Alex just got checkmated by their ex, which is, honestly, the worst kind of checkmate. Pinned and outgunned, Alex finds themselves face to face with Kale again. But this time, Kale's facade cracks ever so slightly. The cold exterior gives way to a flicker of raw pain in their eyes, a momentary softening that speaks volumes. Kale leans in, their voice a low, guttural whisper, raw with emotion. They reveal the brutal truth. They weren't just a willing participant in the syndicate's scheme. They were forced into it, their allegiances twisted by an impossible choice, a threat so grave it left them no option. The words are a sharp stab to Alex's heart, cutting through the layers of anger and resentment. Kale explains the pressure, the leverage the syndicate held over them, a threat to something or someone dear. The hiss of contained emotion in Kale's voice, the almost imperceptible tremble in their hand, speaks of their internal conflict. It's not just about betrayal. It's about survival, about making horrific choices to protect what little they had left. The revelation doesn't make it any easier, but it adds a tragic depth to the love hurts theme. Oh, the drama, it practically writes itself. With Kale's haunting words echoing in their ears, Alex knows they can't fight this battle alone. Not right now. It's time to regroup, but not before a frantic, high-stakes escape. Boomer, with a mischievous grin, yells, "Incoming!" Before triggering a series of strategically placed charges. The ensuing boom, boom, boom rattles the very foundations of the facility, sending shockwaves through the air and creating a thick, disorienting smokescreen. The whoosh of escaping gas and the crackle of minor fires add to the sensory overload. Under the cover of this manufactured chaos, Alex's team makes a desperate dash for extraction. The air is thick with the zing of energy bolts and the whiz of bullets, barely missing their heads. The sound of running feet, heavy breathing, and the frantic shouts of syndicate guards fill the air. They get out, but not unscathed. There's a quiet, heartbreaking moment where a team member, perhaps Shadow, falls, their thud barely audible amidst the explosions. The cost of this mission is becoming brutally clear. The metallic taste of defeat and the bitter tang of loss linger in the air as they escape into the night. Back in the battered sanctuary of their lair, the mood is grim, thick with the weight of loss. The quiet hiss of a cooling system is the only sound, mirroring the deflation in the room. But Cypher, ever the relentless digital detective, refuses to give up. Their fingers fly across the keyboards, a furious click-clack against the oppressive silence. Suddenly, a triumphant shout breaks through the gloom. "Got it!" Cypher points excitedly at a complex holographic display, highlighting a moving trajectory, a digital breadcrumb trail leading to the quantum device. The whoosh of air as the trajectory extends across the globe, indicating a mid-air transfer, gives them a new surge of adrenaline. The quantum device, the very thing the syndicate needs for their nefarious plans, is being moved. This isn't just a lead. It's a lifeline, a second chance. The thrum of renewed hope, however faint, replaces the chilling silence of defeat. The odds are still stacked against them, but now they have a target, a fleeting window of opportunity. It's like finding a needle in a haystack, except the needle is a super dangerous sci-fi MacGuffin and the haystack is the entire sky. Piece of cake, right? This is where the movie truly takes flight, quite literally. The team launches a daring mid-air heist, a ballet of controlled chaos 10,000 feet in the air. Their specialized jet pulls alongside the Syndicate's colossal, heavily armed cargo plane. The roar of jet engines, the whoosh of wind whipping past, and the clatter of gear as Alex prepares to jump. It's an auditory feast. Alex leaps, a controlled fall through the turbulence, landing precariously on the fuselage of the enemy plane. The tactile sensation of the cold, vibrating metal beneath their boots is intensely real. Boomer sets charges on the cargo bay door, the whump of the explosives creating a breach. Cypher, from the command jet, directs them through the plane's defensive systems, their voice a calm anchor amidst the storm. The scene is a relentless barrage of action, from aerial acrobatics to precision rappelling. The sheer audacity of the plan is breathtaking, and the execution is even more so. This is Top Gun meets Mission Impossible at altitude, with a dash of, who needs a safe landing gear anyway? Ha! For good measure, once inside the belly of the beast, the Syndicate's cargo plane, Alex faces a gauntlet of heavily armed mercenaries. The confined space becomes a brutal battleground, the rat-a-tat-tat of automatic gunfire echoing off the metal walls, the thud of bodies hitting the floor, and the strained grunts of Alex as they engage in close-quarters combat. Every punch thrown, every kick landed, carries the weight of the mission. The air is thick with the smell of gunpowder and burning metal. Alex fights with a focused intensity, navigating through the maze of crates and equipment driven by the urgency of securing the device. Finally, they reach the quantum device itself, a shimmering, ominous contraption held within a glowing containment field, humming with an otherworldly energy. But of course, it's never that easy. Standing guard, as if anticipating Alex's every move, is Kale. The whoosh of the containment field almost sounds like a sigh, recognizing the inevitable confrontation. The air between them crackles, thick with unspoken words and the weight of their shattered past. It's like a really dramatic breakup fight, but with more plasma rifles. The moment Kale steps forward, the sounds of battle outside seem to fade, replaced by a suffocating silence. The air is thick with unspoken words, with years of history, love, and betrayal. Kyle's voice, usually so controlled, trembles slightly as they make a desperate plea. They try to convince Alex to stand down, to abandon the mission, to join them. Kale reveals a deeper, more tragic motive behind their actions. A hidden truth about the Syndicate's origins and their true, far more insidious endgame. The hiss of Kale's tortured breathing, the subtle clench of their jaw, it all paints a picture of someone trapped, forced to betray not just Alex, but themselves. The emotional weight of Kale's words hits Alex like a physical blow, each confession a thump against their heart. Kale's eyes, brimming with a mix of desperation and profound regret, tell a story of impossible choices and a love twisted into something unrecognizable. It's a moment of devastating vulnerability, a raw nerve exposed in the heart of an action sequence. It's enough to make you just want to grab them both a cup of tea and a really good therapist. Honestly, just as the emotional tension between Alex and Kale reaches its peak, the quantum device decides it's time for its grand entrance. With a low, ominous hum that quickly escalates into a piercing whine, the device pulses violently. Its energy field expands, distorting the air around it, sending visible ripples through the plane. The very metal of the aircraft groans in protest, the creak and shudder of the fuselage making it feel like the plane itself is screaming. The sudden surge of power is overwhelming, a stark reminder of the global catastrophe it's designed to unleash. The zap of static electricity fills the air, and small sparks dance across the floor. This isn't just a threat anymore, it's an immediate, tangible danger. The soft thud of their conversation is utterly drowned out by the escalating mechanical roar. Alex and Kale are forced to snap out of their emotional standoff, confronted by the very real possibility of worldwide devastation, a cosmic oopsie that would make all previous oopsies look like spilled coffee. The terrifying thrum of the quantum device leaves no room for doubt. It has to be stopped, and quickly. Alex's eyes, usually so expressive, harden with a grim, unwavering resolve. The whir of the device intensifies, its light blinding. There's only one way out of this: destruction. But that means destroying everything Kale might have been trying to protect, everything they were forced to fight for. The decision is a brutal slam against Alex's conscience. The tactile sensation of their fist against a cold metal control panel, a silent declaration of war against their past. The quiet click of their internal resolve. Kale's desperate eyes meet Alex's, understanding the terrible choice that has been made. The silence between them, despite the device's rising crescendo, is deafening, filled with the weight of unspoken goodbyes. This is where love truly hurts, forcing a sacrifice that tears at the very fabric of who Alex is. It's the kind of moment that requires a dramatic soundtrack and a box of tissues, or maybe just a really strong drink. With the quantum device spiraling out of control, Alex and Kale are plunged into their ultimate, most heartbreaking confrontation. This isn't just a fight. It's a brutal, balletic dance of despair. The thwack of a fist connecting, the grunt of pain, the sharp whoosh of air as one narrowly dodges the other's attack. Every move is infused with years of shared history and current betrayal. The plane itself begins to creak and shudder more violently, the shriek of metal stress echoing their emotional agony. The constant boom and rattle of the failing aircraft adds to the chaos, making every footing precarious. Kale fights with a desperate ferocity, a mixture of self-preservation and a misguided sense of duty. Alex, meanwhile, fights with a broken heart, their movements precise, but tinged with deep sorrow. The tactile sensation of Kale's hand deflecting Alex's, the cold steel of a weapon brushing against skin. It's intimate, violent, and devastating. The snap of a bone, the gasp of breath, all against the backdrop of an impending global catastrophe. It's the kind of fight where no one truly wins, no matter who's left standing. Just a typical Tuesday, you know, for two people who once shared a toothbrush. In a climactic explosion, the quantum device is destroyed, taking the cargo plane and Cale with it. The boom rattles the very air, a final deafening punctuation mark to the mission. Alex survives. Barely, emerging from the wreckage bruised, battered, and utterly devastated. The distant hiss of residual fire, the acrid smell of smoke and burnt metal clings to them. They watch the fiery spectacle in the sky, a single tear tracing a clean path through the grime on their cheek. The world is safe, but the cost has been immeasurable. The thump of their heart is heavy, filled with an ache that no amount of victory can erase. The crunch of debris underfoot as Alex walks away is a stark reminder of the destruction. The mission accomplished, the world saved, but at what price? The tactile feeling of cold air on their battered face, the quiet hum of solitude, marks the profound change within them. It's a somber victory, a bittersweet triumph where the hero pays a deeply personal price. And somewhere, a baker just lost their ability to make perfect sourdough. Tough break. In the quiet aftermath, Alex visits a secluded, nameless memorial, a place of quiet reflection for those lost in the shadows. The soft rustle of leaves in the gentle breeze is the only sound, a stark contrast to the explosions and gunfire that defined their recent life. Alex stands before a plain stone plaque, their own weary reflection visible, momentarily superimposed with a faint, almost ghostly image of Cale. The tactile sensation of the cold stone against Alex's fingertips is a grounding force, a silent conversation with the past. There's a lingering uncertainty in the air, a question mark hanging over Cale's ultimate fate, leaving a subtle thrum of hope or perhaps enduring pain. The sigh that escapes Alex's lips carries the weight of all the what-ifs. It's a poignant moment, a quiet rumination on love, loss, and the choices that define us. The click of a single tear falling onto the stone is barely audible but deeply felt. The love hurts motif isn't just a title. It's a deeply etched scar on Alex's soul. You know, just another day at the office for a former super spy, grappling with the profound complexities of human connection and global digital mayhem. Alex tries to rebuild, but the experience has fundamentally changed them. The old bakery is gone, but Alex isn't returning to simple pastries. We see them sketching architectural designs, perhaps for a new secure facility or a covert operations base disguised as a business. The scratch of the pencil on paper, the focused gaze, indicates a new purpose. A small, subtle scar on their temple is a constant tactile reminder of the trauma. The whir of a new high-tech espresso machine hints at a blend of their old and new lives. The peaceful clink of coffee cups masks a deeper resolve. The Love Hurts journey has left an indelible mark, shaping Alex into someone stronger, yet undeniably more vulnerable. They found a new path, one that integrates their past without erasing it. It's a future forged in fire, tempered by loss, but with a quiet strength that resonates deeply. The weight of their experiences isn't a burden, but a foundation for a future they're now determined to protect, come hell or high water. Or, you know, another quantum device. And so, as the credits roll on Love Hurts 2025, we're left with a profound sense of how profoundly our past can shape our present, and how even the deepest love can sometimes lead to the most excruciating pain. This movie isn't just about explosions and high-stakes espionage. It's a testament to resilience, to finding purpose amidst despair, and to the enduring complex nature of human connection. Alex's journey reminds us that even when love hurts, when it pushes us to our limits, the lessons learned and the strength gained can reshape us into something truly extraordinary. It's a powerful message that resonates far beyond the screen, inviting us to reflect on our own relationships and the battles we fight, both external and internal. What a ride, huh? Truly inspirational, and a bit of a tearjerker if you let it be. Thanks for joining me on this recap. Take care, everyone.